and welcome back to my channel. Go grab a cuppa for this one, you might need it. I'm Debbie from Debbie's World, and I'm here on a Sunday morning to catch up with you on my Slimming World group this week, how my week has gone, how I'm feeling. I need a good old chat with you guys. I don't actually have a result for you this week. I'm going to try and explain the story, but just so you're not hanging on, if you're only here for the weigh-in result, I don't have one for you this week. So let's get started. So I attended group last week on Thursday. Just check the date. So on the 4th of April, which was just before I celebrated my 3rd year anniversary on Slimming World, which I joined Slimming World on the 7th of April 2016. So on the 7th of April 2019 I celebrated my 3rd anniversary, and many of you have seen my transformation pictures and so on and so forth. And as of that day, the 4th of April, I weighed 11 stone 3 pounds, which meant that I was just in my target range, and I'd had a total weight loss of 15 stone 4.5 pounds. And I was really, really, really happy. I put up loads of motivational pictures on several Facebook pages, on my Instagram, on my community board on here, and I got quite a lot of messages back asking for help, congratulating me, saying I looked fantastic, saying I'd changed my life, which I have. I do want to say at this point that I don't consider myself an expert. I'm not a consultant. I can only tell you what's worked for me. I can try and offer help and support, but I can only say that the only person who can do this is you. The only person who can lose weight, if that's what you wish to do, and start a journey or continue a journey, is you. I can't do it for you. You need to do it yourself. See, I'm getting distracted already. So yeah, I had a really good weekend celebrating my anniversary. I was really pleased. I think the post that I put up on Pinch of Nom had something like 13,000 likes, or even more now, something ridiculous. And to have an impact like that, to be able to have an impact like that is really motivational and helpful to me, and it's moving. It's moving to think that people look at me and think, this is possible, this is not impossible, this is something that I can do. And that is one of the main reasons that I started this channel, that I started my social media, that I started documenting things on Instagram, because there weren't many people that were around me that started at morbidly obese at 26 stone with a BMI of 59 or 56 or whatever it was, and that's why I started. So as well as to keep myself accountable, and it's been working. And then on Sunday I made the chocolate nests, which weren't a great hit, but I did eat 2 or 3 more than I should have, so I was a little bit over sins on Sunday, but I got back on track and I'd had a really good week up until Thursday, which is normally weigh day for me. So Thursday, we're now on to Thursday the 11th of April. I've also been aware in the last 3 or 4 weeks that my step count isn't as high as it was at one stage. So I'm really conscious that I'm maybe not getting as much exercise as I used to be getting. Maybe that's because I've given up the gym, because I'm trying to spend a bit more time on myself, on my reading, making videos. You know, we could all make excuses till the cows come home at the end of the day. If it's something we want to make time for, we'll make time for it. For example, I did 13,000 steps yesterday, so hopefully that's something that I can continue. Anyway, so it got to the Thursday, and I know there'll be people who will say, don't weigh yourself on your own scales, but it is something that I do, and it's not ideal. It can be triggering. I would advise against it if you can at all, but it is something that I do, and it showed a gain. I think it was around 11 stone 4. So that would have taken me £1 above my target range. So I would have been out of target again, which is something that I've struggled with probably since Christmas. Bear with me a second. Since I had a couple of gains at Christmas, yes, I have kind of struggled about being at the very top or over my target range. And it is about paying. It is about having to pay for group. You know, I'm sort of coming at it from a perspective of having lost something like £214. Might be a little bit more than that, might be a bit less. And we are talking about £1 or £2 over the target range. And yes, I know this week would have been if I had weighed and I'd been over, I would have been in my grace week. So I wouldn't have had to pay this week, but I probably would have had to pay next week. So I went through the day on Thursday, and I was sort of thinking, I'll go to group because it's taster, it's couple of the year, I'm already committed, I'm part of the social team, I've said I'll take something along. I took my barbecue bean loaf, which I've still got to upload. I'll upload that next week, but I won't weigh in. And then it came to lunchtime, and I had a egg wrap with Linda McCartney sausages and a cheese slice and beetroot with a salad. Really, really nice. Something that should have really filled me up. But my pitfall after lunch is I have some fruit, but I'm still wanting a sweet hit. So then I fell down. I ate, I'm not going to list everything, I'm going to list a few things, so if you find this triggering, then maybe fast forward a few minutes. I ate 2 Aldi Benefit bars, I ate 3 Ravita fruit and nut, Ravita fruit and seed, or whatever they're called, dipped in raspberry jam. I ate some chocolate coffee beans. I ate some golden syrup straight out of the squeezy tub. Probably more things that I can't think of now. And I could feel all that in my stomach. Obviously that's a lot of fibre, 2 Benefit bars and 3 Ravita bars. So before I went to group, I actually got on the scales, on my scales, and it was showing 11 stone 7. So I was going to scale dodge. I was going to dodge those scales, and that is true honesty from me. I didn't want to see that number, or let's say, I don't know what exact number it would have been. I didn't want to see a number above my target range. I didn't want to have the sympathetic, because I'm a social team member, I'm weighed by my consultant. I'm not weighed by the weigh lady. I didn't want to have the sympathetic, you're in your grace week. It's not personal to me. It's just you know, whatever, that's what they need to say. They need to say that to a person. So it's not a personal remark to me. It's just how I feel. It's my feelings about it. I didn't want that sort of sympathetic sort of turning the head, you're in your grace week, you need to try and get back in next week. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to see the number. So I was so caught up in making sure I had my barbecue bean loaf and my water to drink that I got in the car. I did have my Slimming World card in my bag, but I was in the car and I was driving and I realised I'd forgotten my book, quite genuinely. So that to me, even though I still had my card and I could still have weighed in, that sort of spoke to me and said, maybe this week is the week you need a week off from actually weighing, actually getting weighed on the Slimming World scales. And I don't know whether that's stinking thinking, that's scale dodging, or that's something that would be healthy for me not to see every so often. So I have no idea what my result is this week. That's all I can tell you. I really enjoyed the taster. I really enjoyed the group. I enjoy being on the social team. I'm the pay desk lady. Ray and Joy, who are a long-standing target members at our group and come every week, and they do weigh every week. They won couple of the year. I think Ray's lost, this is vague numbers because I'm not quite sure. Ray's lost about 4.5, 5 stone, and Joy's lost about 1.5 or 2 stone. But they've been target members for years and years, and they've been coming to group every week. So they won couple of the year, and they're quite close friends of mine. They've also just got a puppy. So yeah, they're battling with the puppy weeks, the first few weeks with a puppy. And Taster was really good. I ate plenty at Taster. Most of it was free food, but there were, you know, there was quiche, there was my bean loaf, there was Ray's rice dish that he always makes. Joy made a rice pudding. Someone else bought breaded mushrooms. Julie, the consultant, brought in peas pudding with shredded ham. I think that was about it. So I ate plenty of that. Then I came home and I had a portion of curry on a salad. Then I ate a Aldi's version of a mini magnum, which were about 6 sins. And you would have thought I would be totally full by then, but no, I still had some sins of a night, things out of my sin bag. I can't even remember now, but probably a tasty little numbers. I think I had shrimps and bananas from Home Bargains, a little green and black bar, and something else. So I was way over on Thursday, and I could really feel it in my stomach. I could really feel it. And I put a post up on my Instagram that said target member perks, and I explained underneath that I'd been to group but I hadn't been weighed, and my previous consultant then commented underneath it to say I want to try and really get this right. It's not a perk not weighing in. If you check the back of your target certificate, it states if target members attend group, they should weigh in. Best way to keep you at target. So, and then she followed it up with a personal message. Personal message that it was breaking club rules, and she has given me a picture of the target certificate. I can't actually look at mine because mine's stuck on my storyboard, so I can't actually look, but I did find in the Be Together at Your Group book, this is the target member section, and funnily enough, I can't see it in either of these books, but it's in this book, which is, we'll ask you to weigh in each time you attend to keep an eye on that all-important target. So I was a little bit upset at the time at the implication that I was breaking club rules. I felt like I had no idea that it was the case, that as a target member I can't attend group without weighing in. And please understand, I know that I'm going to get loads of messages saying my consultant allows this, my consultant says this, my consultant does this. I can only tell you the official line and what I've been told. As far as I understand it from the messages I've already received, it's down to consultant's discretion. So I understand I need to have an honest and frank discussion with my current consultant Julie and decide where I'm going from there. Whether she's happy for me to attend group and not weigh in if that's what I wish to do. But I was upset by it at the time, by what Sue said, and I felt like I still really needed the support of my group without actually seeing the number on the scales. And but she got right to the heart of the matter. She said there is only one reason why target members don't want to weigh in, and in my case it was true. I was scale dodging. If you want to put it like that, I was trying to avoid paying. Whether that's right or wrong, I'm sure you'll tell me. And I'm grateful to Sue for confronting me and for making me think about my motivations and what is important for me. This is what's important for me. No, I mean, that's wrong. What's important is what is the right way for me. And this is what I'm opening up to you guys. I don't want to particularly get into the rights and wrongs of group and the rights and wrongs of slimming world and the rights and wrongs of consultants. That's not down to me. I want to find out what's right and what works for me as a target member, because this is where I need to stay. I am not going back. I am not gradually gaining. I am not saying I've gained half a stone but I still fit in my jeans. I want to be here where I am now, around 11 stone, somewhere next year, the year after, and the year after that. So as much as I would love the support of a Slimming World group, and I need to decide what's right for me. I'll have a frank discussion, I'll have an honest discussion with Julie next week and let you know what she says. Is it because, and I have no notes about what I'm going to say, so I hope this is coming across correctly. I'm just trying to be open and honest. I'm just trying to share my inner feelings with you. Is it because I'm struggling with getting back into my target range? £6 is not a wide range. I see other people, other target members, managing to stay in their target range. I think I'm resting on my laurels a little bit, and you know, I've lost, let's say, £214. It's around there. I've lost £214 and I'm a pound or two above my target range, and maybe I should, you know, I should pay until I get back in. That's the rules if I'm going to weigh every week. Is the reason I don't want to weigh every week because I'm struggling? Or is it because I want to, I'm not going to say more healthy, I'm trying to get a more rounded outlook. I'm trying to see the bigger picture. But I still feel like I need the support of a group every week. But I don't, at the moment, I don't necessarily feel like I want to weigh every week. But I would like to go to group every week. Not to mention that I'm on the social team, so I'm kind of, if I don't go to group, I'm kind of letting them down. Although there are other people who will take over my role, I know that they'll find someone to fill it in. Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying everything that I want to say. I just want to emphasise that there were a few comments underneath to say that, you know, my previous consultant didn't seem very supportive, that she shouldn't have said it publicly, and that's the pitfalls of social media, isn't it? I had absolutely no idea that it was breaking the rules, going to group and not weighing in as a target member. Obviously, if you're still on your weight loss journey, if you go to a group, you need to weigh in. But I had no idea. So I put target member Perks, and Sue wanted to pick me up on that wording, which is absolutely fine. And then I put another post up that said the small print, and and put in a picture up of the wording in the book, and I said I was disappointed to lose out on the support of group. And again, that wasn't aimed at Sue. It was if that's the ethos of Slimming World as a whole, I am a little bit disappointed that we're not entitled to still attend a group and not weigh in. But there are reasons for that, and maybe I've demonstrated what those reasons are. You know, but I'm struggling to say, you know, what I want to go back to saying is I'm grateful to Sue for saying what she said. It's motivated me, it's focused me. Also, I took some time out on Friday and Saturday to really spend some time thinking, and I'm just focusing on myself. I haven't been perfect these past couple of days. There's been a couple of extra marshmallows, a bit of chalk shot that will be over my sins. So I'm still not quite back on it. Sorry, I'm going to have to go to the loo. I'll be back in a second. I can't quite remember where I left off, but I'm just going to carry on just kind of blurbing at you. The fact that I can't remember some things that I ate on Thursday is quite scary to me. It's like I've just remembered as I've been upstairs that I also had some chocolate quark in the afternoon with chocolate sprinkles. So yeah, the fact that some of it is a blur. And I was saying to my really good friend Helen that the trigger was weighing on my own scales, and also the trigger was the nervousness about and the fear of of weighing on scales at group. And I have noticed over these last few weeks that my cravings, my binges, my whatever you want to call it, my urges, they are worse on a Wednesday and a Thursday. So that fear and dread, that is not what I want to feel like. And yeah, it's because I don't want it enough. I need or should or whatever. I would like to be back in my target range, and I can't seem to do it. And it's not because of too healthy X-rays, it's not because I'm eating too much pasta, or it's not because the plan's not working, it's because I'm not working for it. Or not hard enough anyway. Because I'm resting on my laurels. I've lost 15 stone, 4 pound. At one stage I'd lost 15 stone 10, I think. So I suppose very, very gradually I have gained about 6 pound since September. I've lost it again and it's come back again, and I've lost it again and it's come back again. And there is an argument there for raising my target. Perhaps my weight has settled around 11 stone 3 rather than 11 stone. There is an argument there. But then Andrew said to me when I was trying to talk to him about it in the car when we were driving somewhere, he said, if you raise it now, what happens in another 6 months? You'll be raising it another 7 pound. And that is what I mean by a gradual gain. I don't even mean a pound a week, or it could be so gradual and you're thinking, okay, maybe my weight settled around 11 stone 7. maybe my weight's settled around this, around that, and just very gradually, and that's what I need to guard against. But I need to find the best way of doing it for me. And I'm still not sure whether that's getting weighed every single week. Because as I say, I've not found my group. I've not found my niche. I've not been happy in my group really since New Year. We've had a new consultant. There's been a couple of comments which I've not taken in the best way. And I need to be the bigger person, and I need to focus on my journey. Whether I'll be able to, I'm sure I'd be okay to go to Sue's group, but on a Saturday. But whether I feel comfortable doing that, I'm not sure. But I feel like we're coming to not a crisis. That's too strong a word. I'm coming to a point now where I need to make the decision. I'm not going to stop doing the Slimming World plan. I'm probably not going to stop going to group at all. This is what works for me. The eating, the way of eating. I just need to decide regarding the weigh-in side, and I'd welcome your comments regarding that. My group is one of my social outlets. I'm quite socially isolated. I work from home. My family and Andrew's family live an hour and a half drive away. I don't have many face-to-face friends. Having Charlie has as much as we love him, has isolated us and prevented us from doing some of our hobbies and outings that we might previously have liked to do, because Alfie and our previous dogs could have been left longer. The time will increase eventually for how long we can leave Charlie, but we have had to severely curtail what we do. Andrew's working hours are different, so weekend outings can be difficult. So my group was also a social occasion for me. So I think feeling like I might have that taken away because I don't actually want to weigh was a bit upsetting, and feeling like I might miss out on that support and that social network. But at the moment, what I need to do is go to group next week. I will weigh in next week. I'll face those scales. I'll have a word with Julie and see how she feels about the situation, as she is my current consultant. In the future, I may I'll do either one of two things. I'll go to group every Thursday and weigh and still be on the social team. I'll go to group on a Thursday and just be a social team member and not weigh in at all on Thursdays. And I'll move to a Saturday group and only weigh in there once a month or whatever. Or I resign from the social team altogether, and either go once a month to Thursday or once a month to Saturday group. So those are my choices, and I'm really not sure how I'm going to decide what I do. This is what's difficult for me. I suppose I just need to, if I keep gaining, then I know I need to go every week. But if I stay around the same weight, then maybe I'll find out that it's working. So I'd really appreciate your input. Please try not to turn it into a discussion about the rights and wrongs of Slimming World and the rights and wrongs of consultants. Remember, this is my journey. This is about what's right for me. One last thing, quick update on the smoking. Due to the pressures, it would have been about 5 months now since I quit smoking, and I've been through a couple of stressful times with my dad, and unfortunately those twice I bought 1 packet of cigarettes each, so I haven't fully been without cigarettes for the 5 months. So I decided to invest in a vape pen. So I'm going to watch this video back and see how much I've been blathering on, have a little smoke of my vape pen, and if you would like to know more about vaping and my review of my current vape pen, then please do let me know, as I'd be quite interested in doing a couple of videos about vaping and giving up smoking. So if that is something that's interesting to you, then do let me know. But in the meantime, if you've stuck around to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the ongoing support on my social media, on my accounts. I'm sure this video will provoke a lot of discussion. I just want to remind you, I'm not perfect. I'm not the be all and end all. I've lost 15 stone and I still have my struggles. I still revert to old behaviour, and I still have to turn a fresh page every single day. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more from me, then please like, comment and subscribe. That was a tough one, guys. I'll see you next time.